Hey guys, my name is Keilly and today I'm just going to be doing questions about me that you guys asked on my Instagram, Keilly Lawn. So if you guys want to participate in any of these videos, you guys should follow my Instagram because I do a lot of like questions and stuff like that. But I'm using my phone to record because I just love the quality better than a camera. So I just wrote like kind of like the little parts of the questions and I'm just gonna read them off of here and answer them. And I'm gonna be truthful, obviously. And yeah, as you guys know, I've been truthful about like my whole life, you know. I don't really hide anything. So I guess the first thing is favorite thing to do for fun. So I'd say my favorite thing to do for fun is probably just hang out with my best friend Sadie or my boyfriend. I like to go like do things like arcades and like stuff like that. I don't really like just like sitting at home, but that's usually what I do, you know. But yeah, that's probably one of my favorite things to do for fun, just hang out with my friends, family as well. I love being with my family. I always like get a good laugh anytime I'm around them, so that's probably my favorite thing. Next one is tips on talking to guys. Okay, so I say literally be yourself. Like, I don't think there's any other tip that I can give you. Like, obviously, yeah, you want to like say like the right things and stuff, but like I feel like that like will catch on as you're like texting them or talking to them. I don't really have any tips. I just be myself and, you know, it works. So definitely don't try to be someone you're not, because then when you guys are actually dating, they're gonna be like, what happened to like that person, you know? So just be yourself. The next question is, how tall am I? I am 5'3" the last time I went to the doctors, but they always changed for like 5'3", 5'4". Like, I'm a different height every time. Maybe because like the way I'm standing or something, but yeah, I say I'm 5'3". On my license, it says I'm 5'3". Next thing is, would you ever get tattoos, or have you ever thought of getting a tattoo? Yes, I have. I've always wanted one. Obviously, I was young, you know, I'm not gonna get one like when I'm 14, 15, but I've always like wanted one. I think they're very it's like a, how do I say it? Like a piece of like art. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It like just like, what's the word? Like, you know how like, oh, a smile is like the best part of your outfit? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, it's just like a very cute thing. I don't want anything crazy or big or like a whole sleeve or anything. I mean, I like people who do. Like, I love tattoos. I don't see a problem with tattoos or anything, but I would get like little ones and like just like so it like complements my body, if that makes sense. I think tattoos are attractive. So the next thing is, have you ever thought of getting lip filler, or ever like am going to? I've definitely thought about it because I get a lot of comments on how my top lip is really small and it like hides when I smile. But honestly, I don't really mind it. I mean, maybe in the future I'll like try like maybe a syringe, or I don't even know how it works, but I wouldn't get like huge ones, but like I would get like just like maybe just like a little bit more for my top lip, so when I smile it's not like gone. So I don't know, but I don't really mind it. That wasn't one of my like biggest like insecurities. Like, it's never really been an insecurity of mine. So and this is what shows you guys, like, you may think somebody like knows your insecurity, but then they probably think it's something else. Like, it's crazy how like you think something is bad on you, but then other people don't. It's like, so you just have to love yourself how you are, and whoever doesn't, fuck them. Okay, so next is my future plans. This has probably been like the most asked question, even if I'm not asking you guys to ask me questions. Because if you guys know, I did graduate early. Right now I am just taking it easy, taking it slow. I am doing my YouTube and TikTok, but I know that's not a permanent thing because, again, I'm not even that like big of a influencer, you know? I mean, I make good money off of it, but not to like live off of it on myself. Like, I pay for my car and my phone and like everything that I have personally myself as of right now, I pay for myself from TikTok and my YouTube channel. And it's all thanks to you guys, so I just want to give a big thanks. But I know if I want a house in the future, I'm gonna have to do something else. So that's just my job right now. And I'm also doing real estate right now. I'm doing a course. A lot of people are asking me what course I'm doing. I'm doing the it's on Accessible Agent. I'm pretty sure there's like multiple different like kinds of things that you can do on there. But yeah, I'm doing the real estate course right now. But if that doesn't end up working, I'm probably gonna go back, I'm gonna go to college. That's always a plan. You know, I graduated high school, so I can go to a college, like even if it's a community college. I don't really care to go to like a big university. I'm not like, no, that's just not my scene. But yeah, I could always go to college whenever I want. And yeah, so, and I'm thinking about being maybe an ultrasound tech. I feel like I would really like enjoy that, you know, like seeing babies and stomachs and making people happy. But that's probably my backup plan as of right now. But you know, I'm only 17. It could change literally any day. So yeah, those are my future plans as of right now. The next is how I met my boyfriend. So if you guys don't know, I do have a boyfriend. We've been dating for 6 months now, but we were talking for like 8, I think 8. But I knew him when I was a freshman, and he's a year younger than me, so he was in 8th grade. But it was because, okay, so he lives an hour away, and one of my friends that I had in a period was also his friend because he used to live in like where he lived. And what's it called? He was like on FaceTime with him one day, like in class, freshman year. And I was like, oh, he's so cute or whatever. But then he was like, I have a girlfriend. I was like, okay, whatever. So that was the end of it. And I've had my share of boyfriends. What's it called? But then I was friends with this other girl who was dating that guy that was in my class. And she was like, oh my gosh, his friend Ben is like obsessed with you. Like he always wants to come down and see you and all that. And I'm like, okay, I mean. But then we didn't end up hanging out until like 7-8 months ago. I started snapping him after what's it called? Me and my ex had broken up I think a month after. I just started snapping people, and then he saved my chat and Snap, and then we started talking, and I really loved his personality. Like literally, I loved texting him. It was very like enjoyable, you know, like when you text somebody, it's kind of like, ugh, like what you doing, like boring stuff. But like this wasn't, like I actually loved talking to him. And then we finally hung out one time, and then literally from that point, I knew I liked him because, I don't know, his personality I just loved so much. And, like, we just got along like this, like we knew each other for, like, years. So that is kind of how I met my boyfriend now. So definitely crazy how, like, you don't expect things, because I would have never expected me dating him from freshman year. So, yeah. Okay. Next is my favorite sibling. So this is kind of like, okay, obviously it's Kendry, but I love both of them, but it's only because I am closer to Kendry. Me and my older brother, like, talk here and there, you know, like, hi, like, when he comes back from work, and if I'm downstairs, and if he has a question, he comes in my room, asks me, blah, 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 like, normal sibling stuff, but, like, we're not, like, as close because we don't do videos together, and, like, all that stuff. So I definitely say Kendry because I'm closer to him, but I love both of them. So the next one is advice on if you're having a hard time at school. Honestly, I don't think I'm the best person to answer this because I also had a very hard time at school. So I mean, I guess I could tell you, it's just like, trust me, it gets better once you're out of school. Like, I've like never seen this version of myself since I've been out of school. School just drained me. I know that sounds so like dramatic, but like I'm being so, I just hated the environment. I didn't hate learning. It was just like in this generation, we don't even learn. Like we get graded on if you put your books away, if you talk in class. Like it's just insane to me. Like I just wish it was normal, straightforward, like learning and like good ways to learn, not where you're just sleeping the whole time because it's so boring. Like, I don't know, but yeah, and I just get anxiety a lot from being next to a lot of people my age and like all that stuff. So it definitely was a hard time for me being at school, but trust me, it gets better. It gets better. Just, you know, stick through it. I feel like a lot of people go through this. A lot of people don't like school. A lot of people don't like the anxiety that comes with it and grades and tests and all that. So just know it gets better. The next thing is my skincare routine. So I use this cleanser. It's currently in the bathroom, so I'm not going to show you. But then I put this on my acne that I have. I'm not going to lie, my skin has been very clear because of all this stuff. So when I do have like a pimple, like I'll put it on. And then I use, all of my stuff is scattered in here. Then I use this lotion. But just now I switched to the same cleanser, but then I am going to start using this Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream and then also the eye treatment because I got this before in a PR package and it was so good. Left my skin so soft. I loved it. And my mom just got it in PR and she gave it to me. So I'm going to start using this until it's empty because this is literally like $70. I don't know who's paying that, but I know I ain't. So I'm glad I got those because I literally went to Sephora the other day and I like saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want it. And then I saw the price and I'm like, damn. Okay. Anyways, next is what blush did I use in the picture that I posted to ask the questions. And the blushes, I'm just going to show you the blushes I used. So I used 3 different blushes. Ew, I just spit. I used 3 different blushes, depending on the day. But in the picture, I was using the Benetint. I just put a little and I just go in my fingers. And it makes it look very natural and pretty. So I use that. And then I usually use this Pixie one. And I'm not sure what this shade is because look at how old this is. But it looks like this color. And then I just recently got the Rhode in Toasted Teddy, and I really like it, but I don't think it's as pigmented as these 2 other ones. So I just like go on and off, and I usually like maybe layer them as well. Once I put powder on, I would put like this over it. So yeah, it just all depends. Who said I love you first? You or your boyfriend? So this is actually really funny. You know when like you're in like the early stages and you don't want to say it, but like they say something that makes you just want to be like, I love you. Yeah, that's what freaking happened. So I wanted him to say it first, but I accidentally slipped it out of my mouth. I said it and I was like, it was so embarrassing because this was like in the first like 2 months, 1 month, 2 months kind of, because he didn't ask me out until like 2 months later because I was still kind of like taking it slow. Like I didn't want to rush into things. Everyone thinks I do. But anyways, I was so embarrassed after that. This was like right as he was leaving. And then I literally like walked away. I was like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. But like he said, I love you too. But then like you know when you feel like it's like forced? Like it didn't seem forced, but like you think in your head like, oh, he only said it because I said it. Because he didn't say it first. So then he was like reassuring me like, no, I've been wanting to say it and all that. So kind of made me feel better. But yeah, I did say it first, sadly. Would you ever want a cat in the future, or are you a dog person? I love my dogs. Literally wouldn't trade them for a cat in the world. But I have, like, the really pretty cats, like the ones that, like, look like a leopard print or, like, a cheetah print. Those are beautiful. Like, I would love, like, a little cat, you know, but, like, I would prefer a dog. So maybe one day in the future I'll get, like, a little kitten, but for now, my dogs are it. The next question is, would you ever get any cosmetic work done, or have you ever thought of it? I have thought of it before. I used to be really insecure about my nose, actually. A lot of people have always said it was very big and stuff like that when I was in school and all that. But honestly, throughout the years, I've been going like this every time before like a TikTok or a picture. And I think it's honestly gotten smaller from that. Like, I don't think it's, like, that bad anymore. Or maybe my face just grew into it. But I don't mind it anymore. Like, I don't think I would get a nose job anymore. And that's really, like, the only thing I thought. Oh, wait. Actually, that's a lie. I also thought of a boob reduction. Because it just, like, makes me feel bigger than I am. I know I'm not skinny, but, like, I don't know, with, like, hoodies and stuff, like, it makes me very uncomfortable. Because it's just, like, a big, like, push up like that, and it's like very aggravating. And then also like I want to wear small tops and stuff, but I don't want to look like a whore. So yeah, I've definitely thought about that, and maybe honestly in the future I will get one if they don't get smaller. So yeah, those are the only cosmetic things that I've thought about doing to myself. The next question is, would I prefer beach or mountains? So I actually have like a backstory to this. Definitely mountains. Let's get that out of the way. I get heat waves all the time. I cannot stand the heat. I get dehydrated really quickly. Even if I like walk out to my car and it's so hot, I get tired. So it makes me not want to do anything, but I've always loved the mountains. I wish I grew up in a place like that where I grew up learning skiing and snowboarding. Like, I think that's like the coolest thing ever. So definitely mountains, and I definitely want to move somewhere like that when I'm older. But me and my boyfriend were talking about this when we went on a walk, and I like thought about it. I'm like, he was like, what do you want to do? Like, where do you see yourself in like 5 years? And then I was thinking, I'm like, I know I want to move, but then if I have a child, I would want them near my family, and my family's not going to move. They love Florida. Like, they don't like the cold at all. They're not going to move. And I would want, because I don't want a child young. I mean, I don't want my child old. Like, I want to be maybe in my, maybe mid 20s or late 20s, but not in the 30s. So if I'm having a child, it'll be then. But I am dreading the day I have a child. Not like have it, but like have it. Yeah, if you know what I mean. I hate shots. I hate all that stuff. So, anyways, so I was just thinking, I wouldn't be able to move until my kids are all grown up and they're on their own, because I would want them growing up with their family. I would want them with my grandparents, their grandparents, their aunts and uncles. Well, uncles. I don't have any sisters. But, oh well, yeah. So, yeah, that kind of sucks about that part about moving to somewhere like that, because then my child won't be, or children, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I would want them to be with family. So, yeah, and then I thought about, like, maybe moving when, like, they're, like teenagers, but then I'm like, I don't want to take them away from their friends unless they really want to, like I did. Like, I remember my dad got, like, a promotion to move like another state, and my mom didn't tell me because she thought I was happy with the people I was with, and then she told me, and I was like, oh my god, because she was like, because I was going through like a tough time, and she was like, oh, I wish we just moved and get away from like all of this. And I was like, we were gonna move, why didn't you tell me? Because I would have been packing my bags. So yeah, I don't know. It depends what they would want when they are like teenagers, but okay, that was a very long story, but that is kind of my conclusion, that I would move to the mountains and all of that once my kids are all grown up, because I don't want them to just be with us and like visit family. Like, no, you're gonna be with family 24/7. Family's everything. Okay, the next thing is, why are you on birth control? I've been on birth control for maybe like 3 years. This is very like TMI a little bit. I got my first period when I was like 9 years old, 3rd grade. It was crazy. I remember I was at Natalie and Mariela's house, and I was peeing, and then boom. I was so scared. You guys don't even know. I was still in elementary school. But after that, I never got it back again. But I did get like the cramps with it. I never got like the physical period, but I got like the cramps and all that stuff. And I remember like I had like a note to the school that I could leave, like, because it hurt so bad. And I got a lot of blood tests when I was like younger, because I was growing faster than the normal pace that I should have been. Like, my teeth were like all in. Like, my hands were huge. Oh, that's kind of also a big thing. Like, my hands were really big. Like, I just grew way quicker. I developed way quicker than the normal human would. So, I never really figured out what that was. I just know I had to get a lot of blood tests trying to figure it out. But about, like, my hormones and stuff when I was younger, it was crazy. But anyways, after that, maybe in middle school middle school, I would get it like once every like 6 months, and it would be for like maybe 2 days, and then the other time it would be for like 9 days. It was just all over the place. So I I got on birth control for that to fix it, and now my period's regular. So my period was just very regular and stuff. So yeah, I've been on birth control for like maybe 3-4 years. And I've tried like a lot of different, I think I tried like 3 different ones, and now I've stuck with the one that I have for like maybe 2 years. The next thing is, what kind of car do I have? So this is kind of funny because when me and my dad and my mom started talking about like what car I wanted and all that, I literally did not care what car I drove. And my dad was just like finding all these different ones. He was like, do you like this one? Do you like this one? At first, I just wanted like an all black car. Like I wanted black rims, like just an all black car. But then my dad one day came home with this one. Well, I got home and it was there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I fell in love with it. And I didn't even know what a Mercedes was at this time. I was like, this is so nice. I loved the LEDs in it. That's like the thing that sold me, the LEDs. I was like, all right, this is the car. This is the only car I saw, and I was like, I want it. But that was literally the only thing. I didn't even know what a Mercedes was or nothing, but I do have a Mercedes. I think it's a A220. I think that's what it is on the back, but I'm not sure. I don't even know the name of the car. Everyone's asking me like, what kind of Mercedes? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. So that's a car that I have. The next question is my biggest accomplishment. I'd say my biggest accomplishment would be honestly, finishing school, I guess. Like, I genuinely thought I could not like do another year. I think that's really it, because there was just a lot. Like, I literally went online schooled when I was like in middle school because of bullying, and like, this is so stupid. Like, but I just like could not stand being around people who just brought me down like every day. So everyone's experience is different, but I feel like that is my biggest accomplishment. And also like actually genuinely thinking like I'm okay looking, because I've always thought I was like, so I think that's another biggest accomplishment, trying to love myself. I'm not fully there yet, but I'm getting there, you know. So that is probably my biggest accomplishment. The next question is my favorite concert I've been to. So I've been to a lot. My first ever concert was, not last year, but the year before, on my like birthday month. It was Morgan Wallen, and it was pit tickets. So what a great first concert. It was amazing. I just don't like being in the pit. It's too many bodies next to me. I was getting drinks poured on me, people shoving to the front. It was crazy, and I had to stand there in the heat with boots on, a like jacket like this, for 5 hours before even the openers came on. So it was just a mess, but I mean, I loved every second of it. It was a great experience. I've been to Zach Brown Band like twice, Kenny Chesney, Luke Combs with my dad, Bryson Tiller, Drake, 21 Savage, Lil Baby. Where else did I go? Zach Bryan was my favorite though. Like, that was just amazing. I went to Morgan Wallen again. I think that might be, and then Kane Brown. So I've been to a lot in the past 2 years, but I loved every single one of them. But Zach Bryan is probably my top. But then, like, excluding country, probably Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller was really, really good. All right, last but not least is workout routine, and I get this quite a lot. And the truth is, I don't have one. So this is kind of like a sensitive topic for me. I've always been insecure about my body. I think it has to do with like a lot of social media, because ever since I was young, I've been getting comments, you know, and that sticks with you in your brain. Even if you guys look back at our old videos, I was pretty skinny. Like, I was like a twig almost. And I, in my head, still thought I was big. I hated showing my arms at school. I remember I always wore hoodies. I just hated it. And now that I look back, I'm like, Keilly, how did you think you were fat? Like, how? And I'm telling you, it's the comments that get engraved in your head. But I also do struggle with food and stuff like that. Like binge eating is a really bad thing for me. I've been working on it. I'm doing a lot better, but like there's just some like times that I just like relapse and just eat everything in sight, and I just can't stop, even though I know it's bad and that I need to stop. Like I just can't stop, and that's just like a really bad thing for me. And recently I have been getting a lot of comments about my weight. Oh my gosh, I look so different, like all those comments, and that does get to you. And yeah, I've had just a lot of problems, and I've been on certain kind of pills that do make me gain weight and all that, and I'm not blaming it on that personally. There's just sometimes I gain weight. I always gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight. I'm never like at a maintenance like weight. I've never been like the same for like a whole 2 years. Like I've always looked different every year. And some does have to do with the pills, some have to do with me just binge eating and eating everything in sight and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't really have a workout routine, but recently I have been trying to work out more. And I've always been like, oh, I'm gonna work out. It always lasts like 2 weeks. So I like look stuff up. So I know a lot about like working out and like what to do and stuff, but it's just like I'm never consistent with it. So that's kind of like my big thing. But yeah, I don't really have a workout routine. Usually I go to the gym. If I go to the gym, I'll do some cardio on like the treadmill. And then usually like if I have like a plan, like I'm actually gonna go every freaking day, I'll like write down like, okay, legs one day, and then I would do like squats, probably leg press, like the machines that they have, and then maybe like some goblet squats and stuff like that. And then for like arms, again, just machines that you see that is for like the targeted area, and then just like bicep curls or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it's really easy, and I feel like you could find it anywhere online, especially with all these gym influencers that are on TikTok and Instagram. Now you could definitely find everything that you need online. So yeah, I don't think I'm the best person to ask for that because I'm not very consistent. Okay, I need a new Octo Buddy. This keeps falling. I'm still figuring out, how to lose weight and stuff. I definitely feel better about myself because there was a point where like 3-4 months ago, I was at my worst, literally my worst. And if I knew if I didn't do something about it, I would like crash out. Like I've never seen myself that bad ever, and it's gonna make me cry thinking about it because it's just hard, because like it's not like I want to get to that point, but it's just like something in my brain like wouldn't stop me. So I'm glad I got the help I needed. I'm definitely doing better. I'm definitely eating way better. I used to eat literally out so much, like in the morning, afternoon, at night. I just could not stop, but I'm doing better now, so I'm definitely happy about it. So yeah, I think that concludes the video. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about me and stuff, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.